wages.
Right, we come out of the ad hoc committee to bring you more of what's happening on the ground in Sandton, Johannesburg, where we find our reporter Lopang Alamu, who is monitoring the breaking news. Lopang, a very good afternoon to you. 2 billion rand meant for healthcare has been stolen from the Tembisa Hospital, and the SIU is not backing down on bringing the culprits to book. What's happening there?
Not at all, as you correctly mentioned. Now you'd notice quite some movement outside this residential home, and what you're seeing now are the visuals of the home of one of the businessmen linked to the alleged looting of that 2.2 billion rand at the Tembisa Hospital. Now you'd remember that those conducting this raid, the SIU, the Special Investigating Unit, released an interim report into the Tembisa Hospital fraud and corruption case, which has identified several syndicates. Now this is where money was siphoned out of the hospital and into the businesses and pockets of current and former officials and businessmen. Now this particular tycoon is said to have benefited almost 900 million rand from the looted funds, and you'd also see several law enforcement officers as well as trucks which can be seen moving in and out of the property, which are yet, and we are yet to see any motor vehicles being removed from the property. But important, this residential property is quite massive. The SIU will not at this stage issue any comment, as they are under quite a strict court order with regards to this raid. Also, just to mention that this month as well, the asset forfeiture unit preserved assets worth around 300 million rand pertaining to this particular tycoon. Now these are funds that were linked to the family trust, of which this tycoon is a trustee. So quite a number of people moving in and out of the house, as well as curious neighbors, as we've seen, who have been trying to figure out what is happening currently. Now also, unfortunately, we cannot give you the entire visual, but this house is quite massive and it stretches from one end of the road to the other side, and we understand that it's quite a luxurious home. Now this is word that we're getting from the people who have spoken to us off record to tell us that they've seen a barbershop in this home, they've seen a fully equipped gym as well as a car wash. Now those are just some of the details we'd need clarity on as soon as the SIU can comment on this particular matter any further. We've seen quite a few of the properties inside the house being moved, but we've also seen like 4 big trucks in around those homes. So we are expecting more property and bigger property to be removed as part of this seizure that's being conducted by the SIU.
Describe the finer details of this luxury home. We do understand that it's a 3-story mansion, and you speak about movement and vehicles and cars and trucks. We can see one right on our screen at the moment. And another aspect, as you speak about the depth of the investigation, we know that this is a raid that forms part of a 3-year investigation into Tembisa Hospital corruption, where this tycoon allegedly used 41 companies to extract that over 900 million rand that you speak of. We understand that luxury vehicles are among the items that are being seized from this property. Have you seen any of those vehicles? Do we know the type of vehicles that are being seized?
We've only been able to spot one luxurious vehicle, and my knowledge of cars is quite basic, but I can assure you that that was a Lamborghini that I saw. But we understand that there are more vehicles inside the property. In fact, the truck you just saw move from here is a truck that looks like one that carries vehicles. So I think if we hang out a little bit more, we can see those vehicles getting into these particular trucks. We've spotted 4, but now that there's a 5th one also making its way. I wish we could give our viewers a bit more visuals as to just how huge and massive this property is. This is just one part of the house. It goes all the way around, and it's unfortunate that we cannot show just how much of a space this one house takes up in this area. We're currently in Sandton, yes, but in Sandhurst to be specific. And when we received the tip off, the person who gave us the tip off basically just saying there's quite a number of movement happening in this house, and we, as things stand, the SIU did not confirm officially this tycoon that this house belongs to, but we also do understand that he's got other properties at this stage that might also be raided. As things stand, we've only seen one vehicle that is also yet to be loaded onto these particular trucks.
Lopang Alamu, SABC News reporter, bringing us the latest on the ground there. It's a developing story, our breaking news story that we continue to keep a very close eye on as movement continues to take place during the course of the day.